Everybody thinks about renovating their home. They're going to make more money. If they're selling it, it's going to sell for higher. It's going to sell quicker and more easily. You're going to make a lot of money. But many times people who renovate their homes make mistakes. What are the 5 biggest mistakes that people make? So you can avoid them. Save you time, money, and effort and headaches. Let's get to it. By the way, stay to the end and you can get a free pamphlet, free booklet, this 7 seller tips to sell your home easily, faster, and for more money. So let's get to it. What are the 5 biggest mistakes that people make? And it's okay, people make mistakes renovating their home. Mistake number 1. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to do. Going too big. Oh my gosh, everything I do, you go too big. You always want more. We think more is better. That's not always the case. So mistake number 1 is going too big. It's the value isn't, the ROI is not going to pencil out. It's going to be a whole lot harder, and most importantly, it's going to be a lot more expensive. And you're going to do some things that aren't necessary, and maybe you can't even afford. So the biggest mistake, number 1, is going too big. Number 2 is trying to save money and do it yourself. Hey, if it's some easy stuff like I'm a really good painter, and you make a mistake, you just paint it over, whatever. But hey, if you're trying to like cut out for a carpet, you got to cut it upside down and backwards. Even if you measure it twice, it may not work out. You end up having to buy a second carpet. Flooring and tile, stuff like that, it's really hard to cut tile. Trying to do it yourself. Some of it, yes, but electrical, you can get yourself killed. Plumbing, you gotta have a huge flood. Mistake number 2 is trying to do it yourself. Number 3 mistake, budgeting properly. Especially kind of ties in with going too big, okay? But you can also budget too little or too much. That's not so bad. But the failure to budget properly, all right? So you want to make sure things cost more. So expect things to cost more than they are. Check things out. Do your homework. You hate to have a project and run out of money. Maybe you're doing it to sell and you can't finish it. That's really important. So number 3 is failure to budget properly. Number 4, expecting things to go smoothly. Hey, I get, the law of attraction, what you think about comes about and all that. But schedule some thought and some time for things to go a little haywire. A lot of it doesn't depend on you. You've got contractors and materials. Things are slowed down. And especially if you're selling, if you're planning to be in a moving truck a week from Thursday and you're only halfway done with your projects, you might want to schedule some padding in your time. So mistake number 4, expecting everything to go smoothly, especially if you're moving, could cause a whirlwind of problems. So build in some extra time, extra problems. Things just happen. They always take longer than you think. Unexpected events happen. Even if you're not doing it yourself, they open up a wall. Oh, it turns out the electrical is shoddy. There's more things to do that you didn't even know you plan on. You didn't even know you had that problem. That's number 4. Number 5, and I'm going to look at my notes. I want to get it right. And that is going too cheap. Buying cheap materials. I want to look here because Benjamin Franklin said, "The bitter taste of low quality lingers long after the sweet taste of a low price." Benjamin Franklin said it. He's a lot smarter than me. Man invented just about everything. So you don't want to go too cheap, especially on the stuff that's really noticeable, particularly the floors. Sometimes some of the stuff you can upgrade a little bit, like a kick plate on a door or something like that, but you really want to get quality. So those are the 7 biggest mistakes, or 5 different mistakes when you're renovating. Number 1, going too big. Number 2, doing it yourself. Number 3, failing to budget properly. Number 4, expecting things to go smoothly. And number 5, being too cheap. So click the link right here so you can see the 7 tips on selling your home. And we'll see you next week. Call me if you need me, David Klein Levitt, broker owner of Next Home. First choice, your choice in Realtor. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.